Hello and welcome back to Spotlight on Eventing, a week where history was made with the first Under-25 World Championships taking place out in Millstreet. And Millstreet did a fantastic job hosting such a prestigious event. And there is of course so much to unpack, with the changes at the top of the leaderboard right until the very end. This episode is brought to you by British Eventing and Bucas. The inaugural FEI Under-25 World Championships took place out in Millstreet, and it was the German rider Calvin Bachmann who became World Under-25 champion, and Team Great Britain taking that team gold medal in the championships as well. But so much happened before that, and let's take a look at everything that happened in between and leading up to those final results. After 2 days of dressage, it was Calvin Bachmann that was leading the way with Alter de la Sens. After those 2 days, a great test from him put him at the top of the leaderboard heading into cross country. And Team Great Britain, although they were eventual winners, actually after the first phase were quite far down the leaderboard with good scores, consistent scores, but no GB riders right at the top of the leaderboard other than Jasmine Underwood, who was lying in bronze medal position. The cross-country proved ever influential. That 4-star short level, we know how technical and challenging it is to make the time, and that was proven with no riders coming home inside the time on cross-country day. Alice Casburn and Topspin, that 5-star combination, were the fastest riders across the country, picking up just 2.8 time penalties. It actually saw them move right up to the top of the leaderboard after cross-country phase, but very sadly, Alice had to withdraw Topspin before the show jumping on the final day. So we wish them well, and hopefully they will be back out very soon. After a very successful day for Team GB across the country, they actually moved to the top of the leaderboard to head into the final day, and Team Ireland moved up into second, with Germany sitting in third. Cross-country course throughout the day, so technical and challenging, and we can now take a look at the CrossCountry app to have a look at some of those fences that proved the most influential. As we take a look at the CrossCountry app, the most influential on the CrossCountry fences 20ABC, the Horse Sport Ireland Shamrock Water. A number of combinations running into trouble at that final element, the C element. They jumped in over the roll top, kept out left-handed to make a turn back to the shoulder brush in the middle of the water. That was really slicey, but actually that didn't end up proving the problem. The difficulty was the C element, that really angled left-handed corner off quite a blind turn, and it really separated the good from the exceptional so late on in the course. Fence 9 ABC, the other combination that proved tricky, particularly that C element again, the 4 on equine sunken road. They jumped in over the rail and then ran down a bank before coming up a step to make this time a left-handed turn to a right-handed corner. These corners big and imposing, and the horses needed to lock on and really look between the flags. As they headed into the final day, the show jumping phase, it was probably the most influential phase out of the three out in Millstreet, with just one show jump separating Team GB, those team leaders, and Team Ireland that were lying in second place. And there was a huge change at the top of the leaderboard on the final day. The eventual 4th place finishers, Jasmine Underwood and Indian Girl, their 6th medal as a combination. They started out winning medals at the junior level before moving up to young riders, where they actually won an individual gold medal as well there. And now at the under-25 level. And the amazing thing is, Jazz is actually still in young riders, so she has another 4 years in this under-25 class. They unfortunately picked up a few penalties on the final day, 8.4 to be precise. A couple of rails dropped, which didn't allow them to move up the leaderboard, but they held on to their 4th spot for eventual finish. The biggest climber on the final day of show jumping in the top 10 was Olivia Dutton. She moved from 12th place up to 3rd with a clear round in the show jumping. This with the horse that was formerly ridden by Claire Abbott, a horse that was ridden at that senior European level. That was back in 2021 before Olivia took over the ride. And her first championship performance, I think it's so important, you know, all of the European riders have the opportunity to compete at European championships as they move up through the levels. And it's so nice for the American riders, the Australian riders, New Zealand riders to have this opportunity to have such a big championship at the young rider age as well. The highest placed British rider, Cerys Macaulay and Kananaskis, they finished in eventual silver medal position. They climbed from 7th heading into the show jumping, and Kananaskis, now 18 years of old, he was formerly ridden by Richard Coney up to that 5-star level, but so special to see Cerys make her championship debut and make it such a successful one as well. An emotional Calvin Bachmann took the eventual win with Alta de la Sens. They came into the show jumping in 3rd place, and they were one of only 3 rider combinations to go clear and inside the time in the show jumping. He said how delighted he was with the horse. He's had the horse now for 10 years. They've not quite been able to get this European success that they hoped. Calvin, actually, his last European gold medal was actually back in 2015 with Azkaban Bee. That was a Pony European Championships. He obviously finished individual 4th last year at the Senior European Championships. We know Calvin is so competitive and currently world number 1 as well in the under 25s. And he proved that, jumping clear on the final day and securing the first ever under 25 world championship title. The amount of pressure these under 25 riders had to face at the championships representing their country is no mean feat, and it also takes a huge amount of training. So if you want help getting ready to undertake pressure just like the under 25s, then head over to the Be Prepared website, where there is an opportunity to learn all about all the different circumstances you may face when you're out eventing. At the other end of the youth series is the Festival of Youth that will be taking place this week. That will be held at Bishop Burton. The 90 under 18, 100 under 18 and 2-star under 18 classes will be going on there. We see a huge range of riders and such a great opportunity for these riders to experience what it's like representing your team and region and dealing with that pressure show jumping on the final day. And not only are there those under 18 classes, but we also see the junior long list class. Those under 18 riders will be competing to hopefully achieve their spot on the up and coming junior European team for Team GB. Burgham International, the other big international competition on this weekend, with both the 3-star and the 4-star short classes taking place there, and no short of 173 entries in that 4-star class, meaning there is 2 sections coming forward and a huge number of horse and rider combinations that were actually on that long list for the Senior World Championships that are taking place in Aachen. They've obviously rerouted, they're not heading to Aachen, so how competitive can they be here? Some of the riders to look out for in the 4-star short class include the likes of Tom McEwen. He's got 3 horses in the 4-star in total, one of them being Brookfield Quality, who was 5th out at Kentucky in the 5-star earlier on this season. Tom Jackson also comes forward with that young horse United 36, who was so competitive at Badminton earlier this spring, and I imagine will probably be heading to Burghley in a few weeks' time. Burgham's such a great opportunity for the riders that are getting that prep in for Burghley, or actually for Blenheim as well, with some of those younger horses too. Piggy March with her newer ride that is incredibly competitive. Cooley Anything You Like are also in that 4-star short class. And Gemma Stevens on Cooley Park Mews. Her other horse, Flush Cooley, is selected to represent Great Britain at Aachen. But Cooley Park Mews, can they make it their 2nd 4-star win this year? Thank you once again to British Eventing and Bucas. That's all we have time for this week, but we will be back next week to see who has been crowned those under 18 champions, who has been selected for the Junior Europeans, and we will start to be taking a look forward to the Senior World Championships at Aachen.